Shalom Yasharala Yahweh, Brother Malak, back with the biblical breakdown. This one is a breakdown on what Elder Tahar is going into in this specific video here. And it's about the elect, the election, the elect, the election. And just as Yahweh has said in the scriptures, the scrolls, the secrets, only the elect, man and woman, is going to comprehend the scrolls to a T. Only the election is going to comprehend the scrolls to a T.
Lord, praise thee, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rakakwadash, Shalom to the 144,000 who rest elected there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, This Mystery is Only for the Elect. If you have an Israelite, you have people that find out, come to the realization that they're Israelites, and they're coming for a while and they fall off for whatever reason. You can read that in Matthew 13. You have other Israelites that come into one camp and break off and do their own thing, and their doctrine changes up. And if they were a part of GMS, which Sakari was a part of GMS, so that meant the information that Hassad learned was from the leadership of Sakari, which was formerly part of GMS. So when you go into them, the prophetic breakdowns, for the most 95% of that is from GMS. So I'm watching this video. A hypocrite hides hatred behind flattering words. Only the elect will understand, and that's true. Only the elect will understand. So if you perceive there's no knowledge in that man, and that's even
Because contrary to unpopular belief, only a specific few of souls was downloaded and given the secrets to the scrolls. It's just that simple. You have everybody that's digging in our book. You have everybody that's digging in our book, trying to comprehend certain things and what's at play and what's at stake. And for the most part, some of the time, they get it right, but most of the time they don't. And I mean, they may touch on certain prophecies and touch on certain aspects that's accurate. But to really have the I'm going to say the 144%. To really have the 144%, you have to be part of the election. And right now you got Hassad and Vocab Malone and many others that don't what can I say? They don't hit the nail with the hammer all the way, I should say. Because Brother Hassad is he's still our brother, but Brother Hassad, he does go into the prophecies, and he does have a solid, for the most part, comprehension of the scrolls, but he just be, tapping out on certain things. And that be the whole thing with those that don't understand or get it. They just be tapping out on certain things. And when you have the understanding of the scrolls, you really tapped in on Job, one of our forefathers, our brothers. Job chapter 12, verse 16. It says, with him is strength. The him is Yahweh. whom the people on the earth ignorantly calls God. With him, Yahweh, is strength and wisdom. So you get your strength and you get your wisdom from Yahweh. It says the deceived, here's the point, the deceived and the deceiver are his. Look at that. So the deceived, those that's being deceived, that's going wayward, that's tapping out, that's all a part of Yahweh's manifestation, if you will. Those that's doing the deceiving, that's making folks tap out, is also part of Yahweh's manifestation. These are the tokens and secrets that you get when you start to understand the scrolls and understand what's at play. And I'll even go with Job chapter 12, verse 10. It says, in whose hand is the soul of every living thing. So everything that's living, Yahweh has his hands in it. He created the soul in the first place as far as humanity goes. So that goes for the heathen nations and the Israelite nations. Both, all of their souls are in his hand. It says, in whose hand is the soul of every living thing and the breath of all mankind. Job 12:10. And that's an easy one. That shouldn't be that tough to reconcile, to comprehend. Especially if you're in the word, if you're in the scrolls. You know that there is a higher power, a higher creation that created the rest of these creations, that created us mortals.
And if that's even scriptural, then you can't talk. You don't say, you don't teach anybody, and they can't get it. And then you go to their house. Can I get your phone number? And I'll come to your house three times out of the week to make sure you get it. And you with this guy for 2 months, and he still can't get it. He ain't meant to get it. So Assad is not meant to get the understanding of the whole God Magog thing. And we told him that he's off. So his thing is, well, show me where I'm off at. We showed you. A bunch of us did videos showing you that the way you go off. And then you're gonna come around and still try to get an answer out of us. The scripture said after the first and second admonition, reject.
Yeah, roughly paraphrasing. He's roughly paraphrasing. If they don't receive or take in the specific wisdom or knowledge, dust your feet off and keep it moving. And ultimately, that is the best way to go, because if you don't get it by now, then clearly Yahweh has deceived you, because it's simple. And when you go into it, his standpoint is that the Edomites, specifically Russia, and some of those Edomites over there that look like Edomites are really Israelites. But that's another thing. But his stance is that when Babylon falls, which is USA, Mystery Babylon, when it falls, Russia is going to be in power, and they're going to rule for a short time. And from a little view of it, I can see what he's getting at, but it just doesn't add up, because America is going to be destroyed by the way of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, setting off the prophecies, by the way of chariot fire, missile fire, and the angels putting in, which is the chariots, the angelic transport, and the angels themselves. So They're going to be here. That's a event. It's going to take its place. And by that time, I believe, the elect will be beamed up and given those spiritual powers. And by that time, nobody is going to be in authority but Yahweh Shai Hamashiach and the elect. He's going to bring all of the nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat to plead the cause for his people. So it just don't add up in a way. Let's go with what is it? We can go with Amos, Prophet Amos, Brother Amos. Amos 3:2, it says, well, really Amos 3:6. Nope, Amos 3:7. It says, surely Yahweh will do nothing, but he reveals his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And we believe that we are those spirits. And times past, and times past, and times past. That's here again, preaching and teaching the gospel. It's just that simple. Let's go with some more scrolls, some more scriptures. Some more scrolls, some more scriptures. Let's go with so clearly the deceive and the deceiver is in the hands of Yahweh. Clearly Yahweh gives his secrets, his tokens, his downloads into the prophets, which is his. According to Amos 3:7 and Revelation 7:4. Let's get into that too. Revelation 7:4. Revelation chapter 7 verse 4. It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Ham. No, the children of Edom. No, the children of Elam. No, the children of Ishmael. No, the children of Ammon. No, the children of Moab. No. It says of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Revelation 7:4 again. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So the elect is coming out of the house, the loins, the stock of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and the 12 sons and their offspring, which is you so-called Native Indians, Latinos, and Negroes, and of those that's dispersed throughout the nations by the way of prophecy, because the Israelites were scattered in exile. So Jacob, he loves to procreate. For the most part, that's what we are great at, procreating, being fruitful. So we deal with all of the women. So you have some of the Israelites that look like the other nations, and they're Israelites. That's another token in which you learn in the truth and understand and come to realize. Let's go with, so only the elect is going to get it. And I'm not going to make this too long either, because this is just Israelite class back to the basics. Israelite class back to the basics. Let's go with what is it? Ephesians 1:4. It's no, if, yeah, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4, 4, 4, 4. It says, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. So you have these particular spirits that were chosen at the beginning. Ephesians 1, 4, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy, set apart, and without blame before him in love. It says, having predestinated, that's the word, predestinated, predestination. It says, having predestinated us into the adoption of children by Yahushua HaMashiach to himself according to the good pleasure of his will. So these particular souls were predestinated from the beginning, and the soul is ancient. Another token, more spiritual etiquette, if you will. Spiritual etiquette that comes with understanding the scrolls and understanding. You'll learn that essentially these souls are ancient. I mean, essentially all souls are ancient. They come from the Ancient of Days, Yahweh, whom the people on the earth calls God. So by that, souls are ancient. But, these particular souls are top-notch souls. They're the top-notch pick of the litter, if you will. And this is why, through every time they come back to play out their lot on earth, no matter, how the beginning starts, their sheer end is always coming back to the gospel and always teaching and preaching it until that final day, until the last time. That, we're beamed up out of here for the kingdom. 1 Thessalonians 4:17. It says, for Yahweh himself shall descend from heaven. Well, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. For Yahushai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead and Hamashiach shall rise first. So all of the women and men and children, those souls and their lots and times and eras that preached and teach this gospel, or died doing it in these current times and modern times, they're going to be resurrected, as what, these Christians call rapture. It says, then we, Yahweh willing, we don't know how Yahweh is going to make this thing play out. Is he, because some of us will be martyrs. So, but you have to understand that death is nothing but a transition back into basically immortality, because the spirit world is immortality. That's where all of the immortality is at, or immortal spirits have you. It says 1 Thessalonians 4:17, then we which are alive, that'll be us, are alive and remain, shall be caught up. Never talks about a rapture. It says caught up. If anything, it says caught up together with them in the clouds. Those clouds are the chariots. Elijah, Enoch, and Yahushai all went up by the way of clouds, which is the chariots. They call them UFOs. It says to meet Yahweh in the air, in the heavens, and so shall we ever be with Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. So, didn't want to make it too long, but the election, I'll also grab Romans and end it with there. No, Romans chapter 10, verse 2. And you see this with a lot of people, really with all the nations. But more specifically with the house of Israel. It says in Romans 10:2, it says, For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to knowledge. And that knowledge is the 144% truth of the word. Understanding basically the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. With that, I want to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kadash.